What's going on, dudes? Yojo Reviews here for another review. I've actually done 3 reviews in one day, which is my first review, my second, and my third. Um, so yeah, this is another spur of the moment thing. Today, right now, I'm going to be reviewing the Cobra Trooper from the 50th anniversary line, which it is basically the exact same as a Pursuit of Cobra figure. Hang on, move this stuff. So yeah, one of my favorite figures of all time, one of my favorite, I guess, characters, because he is just like he is what makes Cobra. He is the backbone of Cobra. If he didn't exist, Cobra wouldn't even be an army. I mean, you wouldn't have Vipers, you wouldn't have the officers, you wouldn't have anything without the Trooper. Everyone starts out as the Trooper, except for Cobra Commander, because he is the commander, okay? I have had quite a few of these, and they always end up missing parts or, something like that because little kids always get a hold of them, like my nephews or someone like that. But it's alright. I want them to enjoy them as much, I guess, as me. So yeah, I don't clip the file cards when they're on the box, so I'll show you that last. So here is the figure himself. Really nice. I'll go over accessories first, which is with every other Cobra Trooper in existence. He has an RPG, rocket propelled grenade. Really nice, actually. I like how on all the troopers they always have the really nice gun painting, because if this came with anybody else, I swear it would probably be solid black. But they went full out and did actual painting to what a real life RPG would look like, with the green rocket and the brown, like, wood, I guess you could say, like, shoulder piece. It's not a stock because rocket launchers don't have stocks most of the time. Hang on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Had to turn my fan off. It was blowing in my ear. Okay, so next it comes with a Dragunov, which I know of the original figures. It was always like a controversy, and it still is to this day, whether or not it was a mistake that the troopers came with a sniper rifle when the Cobra officer came with an AK-47. Hang on, and I will show you what I'm talking about. I don't have the vintage officer, but I do have the modern one, and he came with the AK, which seems to me more suitable for the trooper because it's not a very special weapon. It is just a very basic weapon that a lot of armies today use when, especially like in Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff, these AKs, which, So yeah, it did seem a little bit more of a specialty weapon, like a sniper rifle, the Cobra officers would have came with versus, the AK, but I don't know, maybe the officers were like running gun people. I honestly have no idea. Either way, it suits either one of them, so you can display them with whichever weapon you want. Again, it also has the foreground brown paint, and sadly, the brown paint and stuff on these weapons do rub off very easily. I've had about 6 of these, and every time I've had one, the paint rubs off, and it's all right if you're not like gonna be playing with it or something. But if you're just displaying it, it's okay. Yeah, that was the longest I've ever spent on one accessory. Next up, he does have a pistol, like every Joe figure has. This one can hold a silencer. He actually has 2 of them, so I guess he could do like dual wield his silenced pistols. If he had 2 silencers, that'd be better. And I actually think he does. I'm not sure if he did or if it went with someone else. Either way, basically silencer is really extremely tiny, very detailed though. You can just stick it on and he can go gunko with his 2 pistols. Next up, he has a knife. I really don't like this knife mold that like every single Joe figure now comes with. I wish they would make it a little bit better. I kind of like the knife that Leatherneck came with from the 50th line. I don't. I would show you, but he's like on the very back of my shelf right now. So, yeah, basic Joe knife. He does have a base stand, which is the wave. I believe this was wave one. Yeah. Um, that has this very dull gold paint versus the wave 3 and 4, very bright colored bronze paint. This is codename Cobra Trooper. Also, the new waves don't say codename; they just say their names. Like, I don't know why they keep alternating between saying codename and normal names, but I don't know. Yep. Well, here's his helmet. Um, on the original card artwork, which I wish that the 50th anniversary file cards would show you the original artwork instead of having new artwork, but it's alright. It looks like he had the basic American M1 pot helmet, which he doesn't. He is actually always pictured with a Nazi style helmet. Like, this is a very over exaggerated like SS helmet, but in like the comics and stuff, the ones that I've seen, he is always, they're like always flashing like very Nazi like hand things. They're always like, "Hail Cobra Commander," stuff like that. So yeah, I just kind of thought that was interesting how they made the changes in between the figure and the artwork. It was kind of cool. So yeah, the figure is pretty nicely detailed. His face, yeah, I just don't like his eyes. Like, Hasbro's terrible at painting eyes, I swear to God. Unlike a lot of like the classic artworks and stuff, he does have a black like bandana over his nose and his mouth and stuff. I kind of like the red, but the black looks kind of cool for like elite troopers, I guess, like the Black Dog Journal exclusive Cobra officer figure. So yeah, I like his vest. And one thing to note is on the vintage figure, he has this little thing on here now that looks like a pistol. It's molded. You can't really see it because there. It's supposed to be a grenade launcher, because on the original file card it named it as a grenade launcher. But on the modern figure they made it look more like a pistol. Because the original one, he even had like a little choking wire, and then he had 2 grenades, and then that was of course listed as a grenade launcher. So yeah, I really like his vest. Pretty good details. And then he has the gigantic Cobra logo that he has. Like, the vintage figures, they would always rub off, and same thing with this. They're not as bad, but they do rub off pretty easily still. He also has a gold Cobra symbol on his shoulder, which is kind of pretty much the only difference between these and the Pursuit of Cobra figures. It's that gold logo right there. He does have basic articulation. His head spins all the way around, goes up and down a little bit, side to side a little bit. 360 arms. They go out, go in, bend. They can't bend back because he has this not in focus. This arm pad. So his legs go out all the way. They can't go back very far. Do have double joint with knee pads. These detachable knee pads, which are a nice detail, but they do get lost very easily. His legs go out a little bit, pretty much all the way, not all the way though, you know what I meant. So yeah, his ankles, his legs spin, his ankles go up and down. And then these legs are used on pretty much every Pursuit of Cobra figure almost. It's a very heavily used remold, legs, which is okay because, gotta save on resources, I guess, and you really don't tell a difference. Or you can't really tell that they're constantly reused on different figures unless you're looking for that specific detail. And one thing that's always bugged me about every Cobra Trooper I've ever had from the 30th and 50th anniversary line, one leg is uneven. I don't know why. Can you not get the molds right? And you may not be able to tell, but one leg is like at least, I don't even know. It's higher than the other one, so you can't really stand without standing lopsided. Normal person, Cobra Trooper. just figured I would point that out. So if you ever have him trying to sit him up and he keeps falling over, that's why, because he has one short leg and one really long leg. Not actually sure if this figure had the same problem. Yep, same problem. Uneven legs. I don't know why. So yeah, I guess I will show you his file card now. It's still in the box, so yeah. Here is his file card. File name is various. You know, he has many different names since he is a trooper. He is not a specific person like Beachhead, Duke, Storm Shadow, things like that. You know, I'll let you read that because I don't want to read it right now because I'll totally destroy it. Eventually, I will read them, but right now, I don't think I can do it because I'll end up messing it up. He has infantry, secondary specialty is sabotage. Sorry, I had to get up again. His birthplace is various because, again, he's a trooper. So yeah, if you want to read that, just pause the video and I will give you a chance to read it. So, anyway guys, that was my review of the 50th anniversary Cobra Trooper. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please rate, comment, subscribe, and comment on what I need to change or what you would like me to review. So like, if there's something you don't like how I review it, just tell me in the comments, or if there is something particular you want me to review, just tell me. I do have a few vintage figures, and I do have some 12-inch guys, which are actually my most favorites. So yeah, peace out, dudes.